Hello Idle Hero fans, thank you for tuning in for the event update patch for Android 1.13.45 or iOS 1.15.7. The first thing I'm going to start off with is the fact that there were a few buffs on this patch, but they're actually hard to find out what they were. The first one was that they definitely buffed the passives on Bloodblade. I think it's mostly just percent tweaking. I couldn't find exactly what stats were changed, but I do know that they changed all three of the passives for Bloodblade, as well as they changed everything on Gru. Like they tweaked all the passives for Gru, as well as they tweaked some of the numbers for his ability. And last and definitely least, they changed some of the passives for Fat Moo, just tweaking the numbers, as well as they made his ability stronger. I don't know why they didn't actually post full detailed notes this time, but they were very vague about it. But they did change those three heroes, and I guess they're all probably slightly better. Bloodblade probably being the most important. Nobody really uses Fat Moo, I hope. And Gru is kind of in a weird spot right now, so I don't think his buffs were too important either. As for the event itself, there's a heroic miracle going on, which is always pretty good because these are very easy to complete under most circumstances, as well as you'll be able to get the Holy Light Remnant currency from completing this, or from at least completing the 2 light and 2 dark hero ones. That'll allow you to get something from the Light Sanctuary event, which we'll get over into a second. The rest of it is just you're going to get a bunch of heroic scrolls, as well as a Gurk, which is good for just light currency. For powering up another light hero. Most people don't use Gurk, so it's just fodder essentially, but it's pretty much free, so that's always nice. The hero exchange will allow you to go into the altar, and for altar coins you can get either Armivore or Sigmund, or both if you've been saving up. I'm probably going to be getting both on my main account on the private server because they're both pretty good heroes. Armivore is amazing for PvE and PvP, and Sigmund is amazing for PvE, but only mediocre in PvP, but they still enable you to get more resources from the player versus environment side of the game, I guess, as I referred to in the mid-game guide that I did with Dodging Rain a little while back. So both of those heroes are really good for making sure you can maximize your gains in terms of the actual resources the game will give you. The Spring Gift Box is a little bit tricky. They're all pretty good. 10 scrolls for 1,000 is good. 5 super casino coins, and the gear is good for 2,000. The other piece of the gear an 8. That one I don't like so much because I don't really value the orbs that highly because I play on private server. On official server, that might be much more valuable, especially considering the gear that you can get from it. You get Bloodblade and 20k dust for 6k, but that's probably my least favorite one, honestly. I guess it's okay because the dust is nice, and having a Bloodblade if you're looking to finish him off can be very helpful. The last one, however, is very important as it comes with guild coins, the orange artifact pieces, and the Holy Light Remnants, which are super valuable. It's actually pretty hard to get Holy Light Remnants if you're not on the official server and willing to pay for them. On the private server, they're very limited. I think you can only get a total of 20. Of course, guild coins are super valuable because the guild tech is hard to get, and as well as the orange artifact fragments allow you to potentially get energy artifacts, which if you do not have any, that is a great boost to your team. And the Light Sanctuary event also actually has a Demon Bell on it, which is another energy artifact, but it's just basically a better version of the one like Magic Source that most people use, giving attack, HP, and energy, which is just awesome. It does cost 20, which means you will need to buy the last Spring Gift Box as well as complete the Heroic Miracle. The Heroic Miracle should be easy, although most people might not have 8,000 gems by the time this ends. However, if you were sitting on about 2,000 to 3,000 when the event started, and you follow the guide that I gave in my in like the mid-game guide, if you just don't buy some of the stuff that you would have for gems, you do have a good shot of building up the 8,000, because I think you get between 600 and 800 gems per day, depending on how your Celestial Island is looking like and how lucky you get with the Tavern. So it is very much possible that you can get the 8,000 before the event ends and get that Demon Bell, which is super strong. Of course, you could also get the Gurk skin. I do not recommend that, though, because, again, most people don't use Gurk. If you can't get the Demon Bell, though, Michelle is very useful. She's a super top tier hero right now, so I would highly recommend getting her if you can't get the Demon Bell, or perhaps if you have already gotten the Demon Bell and you don't really see yourself needing more energy artifacts, the Michelle might be more valuable in the first place. But I personally am leaning towards the Demon Bell just because of how good this artifact is, and if you're using, say, 2 or 3 energy artifacts on your team, getting rid of 1 for Demon Bell is just going to be pretty huge because you're going to get the attack and HP bonus, whereas the Magic Source, I think, gives skill damage and energy, and these stats are just better all around. So I think this, all in all, this event is actually pretty good. At least on the private server. On official server, it's extremely pay to win and very hard for most people to actually complete. The Heroic Miracle is pretty easy, but the Light Sanctuary is very pay to win. Same with the Spring Gift Box. It's going to be hard to save up 8,000 gems on the official server if you're free to play, especially. If you have the daily or the monthly cards, you might be able to get it, but otherwise it's very tedious. And as many of you might have noticed, I'm also going to be doing a giveaway for this account that I'm on right now. So I would like to give a huge shout out to Psych, who actually donated this account for me to give away on my channel. So thank you very much, man. I appreciate that endlessly. This account is actually in very good standing. It has 10-star Vesa, Rosa, Emily, Walter, Mickey, and it has a 9-star Das Moog as well as a spare Das Moog, so you only need one extra one, as well as a 8-star Michelle, so you will need 3 more to get her to 10-star. It has a 8-star Cruz with a Cruz currently on the Super Casino wheel, so getting him is not totally out of the question. It has 5 Demon Hunters, so as you build up fodder, you can definitely get those done. It has, for the monster, it has a Max Dragon pet, if I'm not mistaken, is the, yeah, Max Dragon is what we're looking at here for this account. That's what this currently uses. Very strong for PvP. And as well as it has 2 of the, what are they called, avatars from the actual seasonal. Some of the first seasonal events, I guess you would call them, had specialty avatars that you could only obtain through that. And this account actually has 2 of them, so those are very rare, very hard to get. As well as it has some of the old avatars from the PvP event, so like the Militants event, as well as this Christmas one, I think that's what that's from. So if you're interested in like rare collectibles like that, this account has a few of them, which is awesome. The only thing that it is lacking in a little bit is guild tech. However, if you look at the current guild, this guild has only done up to the 11th boss, and that means that you can, if you stay with this guild for a little while, when you do get this account, you can get all those guild coins that you might have missed. Because if so, for example, if you go to the chat and you go, oops, get out of the guild though, go to .show. Once this finishes loading, you can see how many guild bosses you've failed to hit. And we are currently in the process of getting back all of those actual boss coins. So once you get those boss coins, your guild tech will catch up relatively quickly. And this account is very strong once that's done. It has a ton of potential. So if you guys are interested in the giveaway, just make sure to like and subscribe the video to my channel, I guess. And then leave a comment below saying how much of a sellout I am. And if you're interested in it at all, you know, you can put in anything basically that pertains to the actual giveaway. And let me know what you guys think about this event and about the giveaway. I don't plan on doing giveaways like this too often because I don't want to kind of build a community that's based around giveaways, but I do want to give back whenever I can. So again, huge shout out to Psych, who allowed me to do this. This is the first time I've ever done it, so I appreciate that opportunity. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.